They played. Dude, that crescendo area was something else.
They really were spot on in those harmonies though too. Great day to play. Great day to play. It's a great day to play, everybody. Welcome on into the channel.
Yeah.
You sounded like which was it, like Darkwing Duck? Which one was it? They had like there was like an opening song, and then they had like the deep voice that came in. Was it Darkwing Duck? Darkwing Duck, let's get dangerous. But I felt like there was like a deep one somewhere. I can't remember if it was that one or like Rescuers Down Under.
I think it was like the what's her name?
The Scrooge
the lady
one.
with the red hat.
Lady with the red hat.
Yeah, she was like a detective.
Carmen Sandiego?
Where in the world? No, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's not from that one. Yeah, they did anyway. There's a thing at a time in a place. There was some song action, and it happened.
It sounded it was my chef impression.
Impression?
Yes, shelf impression.
Shelf impression.
It was my shelf impression from House Stark.
You heard it here first, folks. That's it. Today we're back with. So did we do the welcome, or whether it's first time here, you are joining us, thank you for being here with us today. You're loved, appreciated, always welcome in this channel, and you are.
I know.
I don't think we did that.
No, we did.
But we just did it.
Yes.
So we made up for it. All good. So we did a version of this. It was a Wish Bus version the other day of Bakit Ikaw.
Okay.
Again, don't know if I was saying that, but people were like, "Oh, you should hear the SB19 version of that," due to the fact that there's like harmonies and stuff in it. And I think this was Kel.
Yeah.
That we did this one from. So here we are, because people were like, "You should really do this," and we are like, "Oh, that sounds like a great idea."
It's been a while
because the
since
song is great. We haven't done any SB19 in a while. Well, we've been gone, and we haven't done any since we got back. So it's been like a month.
And we hadn't done any prior to that for a little while. We were exploring.
Yeah, we did some on the well, because we were trying to get more artists from the thing. But yes, so we're back. We still have a couple. I actually looked up. We still have a couple to do.
Yeah.
From them. So we're not out of the water yet. We got more. But I'm super excited to be back. Please let us know what your thoughts are. Keep those comments coming. We do love to read them. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Follow along with our journey. Check out our live stream Saturdays, noon Central Time. You're definitely going to want to watch, well, by the time this comes out, probably today. If you're watching this right now and it's still like not 5 p.m. Central Time, you should probably go over, because the live stream's probably still happening.
Wait,
if you're watching this.
Time
is wibbly wobbly, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because this will probably come out, we're shooting this to come out for Saturday. And normally Saturday it comes out at noon, the same time that our live stream comes out.
Yeah.
So if they're watching this and not watching our live stream and didn't know we were on live, they're going to be watching this. But because we did it in the past and we're talking in the future, if it's between the hours of 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. Central Time US, they could probably leave this right now and go over, make sure that they like it first, that they could go over and watch us live. Time.
Yeah.
You got all that right?
What?
There'll be a quiz on this later.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's go.
Wish.
Not even. Cool stage.
Mula ng aking masilayan, tinataglay mong kagandahan. Di na maawat ang puso, sa'yo ay magmahal. Laman ka ng puso't isipan, di na kita maiiwasan. Pag-ibig ko sana ay pagbigyan. Bakit ba ikaw ang naiisip ko at di na mawala-wala pa? Kahit na alam ko na ang puso mo may mahal na ngang iba. Ayaw nang paawat ng aking damdamin, tunay na mahal ka na. Sana'y hayaan mong ibigin kita. Maghihintay pa rin at aasa.
They're not using monitors.
I was just like, that's what I was trying to find. They're not using monitors.
They're not using monitors. I mean, like, granted, these are probably no different than like the SM50s. I can't tell if they are 58s or not. They look pretty similar, but they're probably pretty noise canceling. But there is, I don't know if you could tell in the room, there is like this slight kind of delay that's happening back there. It's almost like a double delay, and it is probably picking up just a little bit of the feedback into the mics. But I was like, man, like, yeah, they're not using monitors here, which means it's just rolling around the room, which is a lot harder to find what they're finding.
Why would you not use monitors? It's a giant room.
I don't know. And this channel's not like, this video has like 4.4 million views on it. Like, the channel, I think, is pretty big. I don't know if they didn't have the ability. Maybe they didn't have the monitors to go. I mean, they're using wireless mics, so maybe it's just the way that the setup is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the whole time I was like, someone's got to have one somewhere.
Yeah. But I think that, again, that's why you're hearing a little bit about that effect. But this is going to be really, like, again, we haven't even gotten into like all the harmonies and stuff yet. I'm super excited to hear that. But it's gonna be, man, that's gonna even be crazier once they hit all those. Okay.
Like, it's super hard to hear in a room like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It very much is.
Siguro nga matatawa ka kung alam mong nadarama kung para sa'yo aking sinta di ko naman magawa limutin kita kahit wala pag-asa gusto kong makalimot na sa lahat ng alaala aking matay lagi mag-isa di marunong makisama di marunong makisama ng luha di marunong makisama o bakit ba ikaw ang naiisip ko at di na mawala pa kahit alam ko na ang puso mo may mahal naman iba ayaw na paawat ang aking damdamin tunay na mahal ka na sana'y hayaan mong ibigin kita maghihintay pa rin at aasa
Yep. So it's weird because you would think in a situation like this that they wouldn't, that if they were going to completely lose it, they lose it on the harmony spots.
Yeah.
But it sounds like what it ends up sounding like is that that's when they nailed it.
They're locked in.
Yeah.
Well, because you have reference. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about why monitors are so important. We kind of talked a little bit about when they were like lifting them off their ear and stuff like that. So when you have a double one, generally what you do is if you can't hear your own voice, you lift one off because you can still hear your voice coming through and the backing track coming through in one, so you hear the mix. And then you're also then hearing it was weird when I did this because it cut out. Oh. Exactly. Yeah. And then you can hear more of like when it closes it off, you can't really hear your own voice naturally. So you open it up so you can hear your voice in the room.
Right.
And when you're in a huge space like this, that's going to have a bunch of reverb and a bunch of like delay coming back. It's kind of like anybody that was at our event that we did. We just had like a big PA system with a karaoke machine, and it was really, really difficult. And you can hear it. I'm almost done editing it, but you can hear it like the reverberation and how sometimes you weren't on because like you're trying to test of what you're hearing,
right?
But especially if even if they have monitor speakers in front of them, it's still bouncing off the room and coming back,
right.
And so it gets really, really muddy when your voice isn't that loud. Then if you're singing like a lower part, like when Josh is singing lower parts right here, then you're not hearing yourself really in that mix the same way
anywhere. Yeah.
So what's happening, I think, is when they're singing the harmonies, at least they're singing loud enough where they have a reference note, if that makes sense.
Other too.
Right. Right. Each other of them, as opposed to relying on just the backing that's like going all around the room and hitting you back and splashing back. They have each other to reference.
Because there are parts where they're going flat and stuff like that. And I gotta say about these guys is that they like a performance where they would go flat, like they did it in that acoustic version of the thing.
Yeah, the Love Goes acoustic version.
Yes, Love Goes acoustic version. It's like most most musicians would be like, oh, we got to do that again.
Yeah.
We got to do that for the next 12 hours until we get it right. And they're just like, no, this is it. This is it.
I mean, this is what it is. Like, but this is, again, it's
real.
trying to explain it. This is real, especially without having a monitor.
Right.
Like, I don't think that people realize that, like, this is not, if I'm a musician and I'm asking to do, or if I'm asked to do a performance like this, like, there's no way that I'm doing this without being able to hear. Like,
headphones.
Again, if they were forced to, whatever it is, and as you guys watch all of our performances, like, we had to bring extra monitors with us. We had to buy some extra ones there because we lost some of them. So, like, everybody, they didn't all match because we lost some.
Right.
But every single person had to have a set of headphones, and if they weren't working, we swapped them out with something else.
Right.
Like, that is the way that it has to be, or, like, when you start getting into the complexities and the loud parts of the song, it's going to be really, really difficult to hear yourself.
It's like...
Plus the mic bleeds.
Right.
That's a whole nother story.
It's so weird. It's so, like, I still, like, I don't know. I think it's very cool that they did this and they were like, let's do this, even though we don't have the stuff that we need. But for someone to just, like, be like, nah, we don't need it.
So this is all music mix. I don't know exactly what they do. All Music Mix and Mix Philippines channels. But I've seen, like, people that were doing, like, interviews and stuff on here. So I'd have to imagine it's just, like, one of the music channels, or it might be one of, like, the radio stations or something like that. And it's the same thing. And they put them in this room and decided to do this. And maybe they just didn't have long enough cables. They didn't have wireless, because, like, you don't always have wireless monitors because it's too big of a space, right? So, like, when we did ours with Press Hit Play, we ran an extension auxiliary cable from the audio interface to the monitor to the actual headphone amplifier that, like, sat underneath behind them. So, like, we ran, like, a 25-foot cable to that, and then we still had to run extensions to the two people on the ends.
Right.
So the center guys could have them and be right there. They were standing right next to it, right? And that space was a fraction of what this space is in terms of size. So it's probably just that they just didn't, have it.
Yeah, I guess so.
But either way, it's freaking awesome and fantastic that they're able to do what they're doing right now without that.
Yeah, without it. In a big old room
one
like
that
that.
I think that people keep requesting I want to see at some point, I'm going to write it down before I forget, is there is one apparently where they only provided them with 3 mics for 5 guys.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to, like...
Oh, yeah, like...
They were doing the songs and the harmonies and stuff, but apparently had to pass them back and forth. They called it, like, a 3-mic challenge, but I don't actually know that it was a challenge. I think they just only had...
3 mics.
3 mics, I think. So I really want to see that because, like, if there's anybody that can do really cool stuff and pull off stuff like this, it's SB19.
That reminded me of something from a movie that was really funny.
Yeah.
What is that movie? Idiocracy?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, my gosh. There's a really funny part where he's at the hospital and the guy at the hospital, like, you have to put this in your mouth and this one in your ear and this one in your butt, right? And
wait, what?
Like, that's how you test to see how sick you are in the future, I guess.
Okay.
And he was like, he gave it to the one person and then he has them all and he's like, this one's for you. Oh, this one's for you. Oh, I don't remember. It's just the way that your hands were doing that just made me laugh.
All right.
The 3-mic challenge.
I don't think the mics go in any of those orifices.
Sorry, this is where my brain goes.
This is Lucas's brain. All right.
You should watch it. It's a good movie.
I'll get on it in all my free time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like it, but...
Maghihintay pa rin at aasa. Sa pag-ibig mo na may nagmamay-ari na. Nais ko lang malaman mo na minamahal kita. Bakit ba ikaw ang naisip ko at di
Here he comes.
na mawala-wala pa? Kahit na alam ko na ang puso mo may mahal na iba. Ayaw na paawat ng aking damdamin. Tunay na mahal ka na. Sana'y hayaan mo ibigin kita. Maghihintay pag-asa. Oh, oh,
Bakit ba ikaw ang nais?
They play it again. Dude, that crescendo area was something else.
They were spot on in those harmonies though too. Again, like it's hard enough to do on its own, but to be like I'm thinking about that, like being in that space. So when we used to do acapella stuff, back when we would do competitions and stuff like that, we would like go into
Not
us, but when we, as in me, and like when I did like barbershop quartets or like triplets and like all kinds of stuff, we would do acapella stuff, and we would either go into like large bathrooms or into like stairwells. Were always great for acoustics.
Yeah.
But like when you're not using a backing track and you're facing each other, fine.
Yeah.
Right. But like I'm sitting here thinking like they're standing side by side. All that's hitting, like, because the backing track has to be up loud enough for them to be on top of it, right?
Yeah,
and it's moving all around that room. And I'm just like, and the room's so wide, I'm just like, man, like, was that unbelievably spot on for those harmonies?
Yeah.
And had to, like, it just goes to show the amount of work and practice that had to go into that.
It's
for
funny
them to be able to do that.
It's funny that because the way we think about it is like, of course, you'll have monitors, get the monitors, and of course you have this and that, you get that. And like, it seems like over there, they're just like, well, why would we need that? We can, everyone can sing good. What?
Yeah.
Like, everyone can always sing good. What?
Yeah.
Like for us, if we went there and did that, we'd be like, where's the monitors? They'd be like, we don't have any. And be like, what are we doing here?
But it has to be that well practiced, because you just can't hear it. You know?
Right.
Again, when we did all of our recordings though, everybody had monitors.
Yeah.
All of them there. Everybody had monitors, and that was normal. I mean, like Mick, they go on the Wish bus, they have monitors, right? All of them have monitors.
Yeah.
So, you know, and a lot of that though is the second part is again because of the bleed, because no matter how good the mics are, if that backing track is up loud enough, you're gonna pick it up in the mics where you could hear it at times. You could hear kind of that doubling or the delay that was actually coming in from the sound going out and coming back in and being picked up on the mic, because you can't remove that. So that's the other reason that you're wearing the monitors, is so that like the backing tracks are only playing here and not playing and hitting your mic.
Yeah. I mean, just having other people's voices in your mic can mess up the mix pretty bad.
Yeah.
So having like, we would never, there's been times where I've accidentally, there's been times where you've done it too, where you like accidentally had our in studio big monitors on
when
while
we were recording and we forgot. We forgot.
And
then we go back and
like,
listen to it and they're like, oh, that was such a good take and it's gone.
We can't do anything with it.
Yeah. Wow. Click track. You just hear the damn click track back there. Because the sound is one thing, because sometimes in loud parts it'll blend. Yeah. But like the damn you'll hit the damn click track.
The worst click track is the one for not the one the program you use all the time, but the industry standard one. Pro Tools. That click track is brutal.
You can at least change it though.
Oh, you can change it now?
Yeah. You can change it. But the default one, it's the beeps.
Yeah. Like a
boop,
clipped beat. Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. We certainly enjoyed it, and we're so excited to be back with all of you. Please, if you haven't already, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow along with our journey. Check out our live stream Saturdays, noon Central Time, and you can check out our brand new single, My Light, which is out now, Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Our Wyatt cover will be coming to you guys very, very soon, so keep an eye out for that. And if nobody told you that they love you today, please do not forget that we love you. You're appreciated, always welcome here in this channel, and you are enough. And last, but certainly not least,
it was a great day to play.
Thanks, guys. We will see you in the next video.
Goodbye.
Bye.